Oak trees I'd leave.
The little tiny things?
And if you can get them out, go for it.
Are they hard?
I don't know, I haven't tried. Alright, so we got a couple things going on today. We got a Connex box getting dropped off. And I gotta put some spotlights up that I got from a friend. Test them out, see how good they are. I can't remember where he got them. Might fill you in on that a little later. We're still working on cleaning up the property, so hang out. Alright, so I got a couple of these spotlights from a friend. Solar powered. Little batteries in them, so you don't have to hook them to any type of power source. I was going to put one up in this oak tree at the end of the dog run. It's about the furthest place away from where the trailers are going to be. So if something walks by, or we're out here looking for a dog or whatever, dogs are out here looking around, they can get some light. So I'll find a decent place to put the solar panel so it faces the sun. I have to face out that direction, and the light will have to face this direction on the tree. Cord's plenty long. It's only got to go about, I'd say, 2.5 feet. We'll get that done real quick. Alright, so we got that light put up. With the light put up on this side, as you move around, it should turn on. Maybe. Might be too light out here already. Let's turn it on a second ago. Nope, not anymore. But we'll test it out at night. We've got the solar panel posted up over here, because the sun is going to go right past this, and this little pine tree right here is going to get cut down because it's not looking so good, and it's too close to the oak tree. So that solar panel will get more sun this afternoon when I cut that pine tree down right there. So that's one. We have one more of those to put up. I've got to figure out a good location for it. I was originally going to put it in the other corner of the dog run area, but I think I'm going to test this one out in the dog run area and see how much it lights up tonight. And maybe we put the other one up in the other corner. Maybe we put it up on the other side of the property over there, just so when we drive in we get some more light. So this is another thing I wanted to get accomplished today, because today, hopefully pretty soon, the first Connex box will get dropped off, and then tomorrow the second one will. But as I'm looking around, there's some uneven ground. There's a pile of dirt over there, a pile of dirt over there. So I'm going to get my landscaping rake out and try and smooth this area out as much as possible by hand, just to make it easier for this guy to back the Connex box up and get it into place. Hopefully it's not as lumpy, you know, his tire doesn't fall in a little rut and cause him a little problem, you know. So we'll get it smoothed out, get it all going. And I haven't decided, I'm undecided on a lot of things. Where to put lights, which Connex box I should drop first. I suppose it's going to depend on the driver, which spot he wants to fill first. The spot over here, the upper spot, or the lower spot. We'll see. Hopefully he gets here soon. I know he's coming from about 2 to 3 hours away, but I don't know if he got an early start so that he could get here in the morning, or if he leaves the actual place at 8 o'clock. And since I have no cell reception out here, or very little, my cell phone's turned off most of the time. Even if it was turned on, I wouldn't get a phone call or a text message. So the guy that's dealing with the whole process, he knows about that too. So he knows he can't really call me unless I'm out on the road, and that's usually when I call him. And I haven't gotten a message from him all the way up until last night when we were actually in town with the cell phone turned on. There was no messages saying that had any questions or saying he couldn't make it. So I'm hoping he gets here earlier in the morning than later in the afternoon. And then tomorrow, when I talk to him today, I can find out if he's going to show up at the same time tomorrow or if he's going to be at a different time. So let's get some of this leveled out, cleaned up a little bit, smoothed up, looking good. Get it ready for him. Looks like we need to get a little shovel work done over here. I need a little bit more dirt in the far back. Kind of drops off. That's where that big dip was. Richard was trying to fill in with his backhoe. Being as this whole thing's on a slope, it's kind of hard to fill in with a backhoe. You really need a blade on the back of a tractor so you can tilt it and kind of dig in and level it out. But I'll get a shovel up here, get some shovel work done on that. Fill in some of that dirt. That side looks good. The entryway looks smoother now. Looks a little more appealing. I think it's doable pretty easily now. So we'll fix that up and hopefully he'll be here soon. A little dusty. Alright, I want you guys to stay over here, okay?
Okay.
We'll let him do his thing. He says he can do it no problem, so we'll let him figure it out.
There's dolphins on the side.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Fang? I don't even know. Some company. Go over the upper one first. Guys, over here. There we go.
It's sliding.
It's sliding. It's all right.
No, it's like sliding off the back.
No, it can't come off the trailer because the front end's hooked in those little rails there. It'll be all right. We can move it from there. We got to come along and move it over.
Whoa.
Good deal.
Cool.
Good deal. That's a big trailer right there. All right, so we got the Connex box dropped over here, but we need to move it. He couldn't get close enough because of this big pine tree right here. So we've got a huge cable, old cable, hooked to a tree over there, hooked to a come along. We're gonna see if that come along is strong enough to drag this thing up and over. We want the doors to come a little bit further up that way too. So let's see what we can do. All right, so we got the thing squared up. The come along didn't really work so well. Wasn't strong enough. Couldn't feel comfortable ratcheting the come along that tight. So I ended up getting a long cable that I've had for many, many years. Wrap a chain around the bottom corner. The cable is long enough to go diagonally through all these trees and out to our driveway. Put that on my trailer hitch to my truck, put it in 4-wheel low, and just kind of bump it. Just lightly bump it so it's not hurting my truck, it's not hurting anything, not putting a lot of stress on the cable or the chain. And we bumped it into place. So, squared up, pretty much where we want it. Yep. That's about it for today's amount of work. We spent a little bit of time down in the dog run area, cleaning that up as a family. Trying to get that going. What else did we do today?
We went into town for quite a while.
We did go into town for a while. Went into town and got some shopping done. Bought some food. Bought a padlock for this thing. So I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Just a lot of work. So don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell to get notifications. Hit that like button and leave a comment. Help this channel get out there. We're getting ready to get things done. Have another Connex box dropping off tomorrow. See if he can get that one right in the right spot the first time without having to worry about it. This one he had to worry about a tree. Tree was in the way. So, no problem, we got it done. Take it easy, guys. Don't forget, go out and make something.